Alright guys, so we are now going to do the finishings on our hat. So you're going to leave a long tail, and we're going to use a needle to sew up the back of the hat. I'm just going to make sure that we have a long tail. Thread your yarn on a hook, and then I just lay it together flat. And then I just go through the stitches like this. I'm sure that this is called something, like it's an actual term. I don't know what it is, it's just what I do. Alright, when I've gotten to the top, I'm just going to use my hands to spread it out to make sure that there is no problems or gaps. Sometimes I'll just do a little extra stitching. Then I'm going to go onto the inside of the hat and pull the yarn. And then I don't really tie any knots. I don't like knots. I'm just going to weave it in. And I don't, there's correct ways to weave yarn in. I just pull it under all the purls and lay it out. I mean, it's on the inside of the hat. No one's going to see it. It'll help, you know, add some extra yarn to make it a tiny bit warmer. And it's easy and quick, and that's what works for me. When I think I've woven it in enough so that it won't unravel, I'm simply going to cut the yarn and move on to the next step. So the next step is to add a little finishing to this edge. Now you can pick up stitches with your knitting needles, but I like to finish it with a crochet hook. But you may not know how to crochet, so you can just pick up stitches with your 5.5 millimeter or your 6, you can use a 6 one. I'm going to be finishing it with a 6.0 millimeter crochet hook. So all I'm going to do is start from one edge and I'm just gonna eyeball it and just do a very simple single crochet stitch. So pull up a stitch, chain one, and then I'm just gonna, like I said, eyeball it and then just do a really nice single crochet along the edge. And to do single crochet, if you've never crocheted before, you're going to enter your hook into the place where you think your next stitch will go, pull up a loop or yarn over on your hook and pull it through. Yarn over and just pull through these 2 loops. And that's it. It's really, really easy, and I bet if you're a really good knitter, you can figure it out. So you enter your hook where you think your next stitch will go into the work. Yarn over, oops, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull this loop through these 2 stitches. It is so much faster than picking up stitches with a knitting needle and then knitting 2 rows. So if you want to knit this, I would pick up stitches here, just as many as you think you need, probably 1 per row would be fine. And then knit 2 rows and bind off. All right, so I'm at the peak of the hat right here where we sewed it together, and I don't really do anything different here. I just keep putting single crochet stitches where I think they should go, because it's all just one big straight line, see? If you find your hat is a little too small, you can actually do a double crochet stitch here, and it will add a little bit of depth to your hat without you having to go back. If you like the look of single crochet, you could do 2 rows of single crochet. Your options are limitless. Since I know my hat will fit, because I've already made a lot of these hats. I made some for my friend Julia, who's vegan, so that's why I'm using the vegan yarn. Oops. Leave me a comment if you would like an adult version of this hat, and I will see about making one. Alright, so now I'm going to make the ties, and to make the first side, I guess this would be the right side, I'm going to chain 60 3 times on each side and then braid them together. And you can put pom-poms on the end too, but I just leave it. My kids were like, destroy the pom-poms, so oops, I forgot to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so there's 1, and now since I cut my yarn, I'm just gonna pull up another loop right here and chain 60 more. Alright, so now I have 3 braided parts, and I will just braid them together with their tails. Before we reach the end, I like to leave about this much as a tail. I'm gonna take a piece of scrap yarn, I'm just gonna tie a knot, and then I'm just going to cut these all the same length. It leaves a little nice floof at the end. I like floof. And now you just have to do the same thing on the other side.